morning, everyone, and I would first like to welcome you all to Brown versus Board of Education National Historic Site. My name is Lisa Stork, and I am one of the education technicians here at Brown, and we're very excited about what we have to offer you this morning. We have a debate team from the Topeka High School that is here to do a debate for us. But first, I want to talk to you for just a second, real quick here, about what this site is about. In 1896, Plessy versus Ferguson in the Supreme Court made separate but equal the law. And after that, even though technically, in order for the law to be upheld, there had to be equal facilities, even if they were separate. This was rarely the case. There were very often separate facilities, but they were very, very rarely equal. But even so, for 58 years, Plessy versus Ferguson ruled, and 58 years later, in 1954, Brown versus Board of Education was decided in the Supreme Court, where the court decided that separate educational facilities were inherently unequal, and Plessy versus Ferguson was struck down. And ever since then, there have still been lots of talk about segregation and integrating schools, and whether or not we have succeeded in that attempt. And most recently, there has been talk about continued de facto segregation, which is essentially voluntary segregation. It basically means that we still have predominantly one race or another dominating any particular school, even though that is not the law that is making it so. So this is what we'll be talking about today, and I will introduce Dustin Remy, who is the Topeka High debate coach, and he will tell us exactly what we'll be debating today.
Hi. I'm not going to come up there. I'm too big to sneak behind all these young ladies. So I'm Dustin Remy. I've been coaching debate and forensics at Topeka High for 7 years now, and this is kind of the first opportunity to showcase what some of our debaters do publicly, which is something that I've been trying to find an interesting way to do for the last couple of years. So when I got the email from Lisa about holding some kind of debate, needless to say, I was thoroughly excited. So I'll introduce the four ladies up here behind me in a second, but all of the students who participate in either debate or forensics at any of the high schools in the state of Kansas have the opportunity throughout the entire year to participate in up to 4 different kinds or styles of debate, and this forces the kids to learn new academic vocabularies, tackle different types of arguments, be it finding solutions to problems, debating morals and ethics, or in topics like this, kind of debating a very, very, very difficult true-false question. So the style of debate that you're going to see showcased today is the public forum style of debate, where each team has 2 people on it, as you can see, and each debater will give 2 speeches, a 4-minute speech and a 2-minute speech. If you were to see one of these debates in its natural habitat at a Friday afternoon tournament, these debates are kind of the most chaotic at the beginning, because the students walk in, they know what the topic is, they don't know what side they'll be on, they don't know if they will speak first or last. Everything, like, the sweet part of athletics is at the whim of a coin flip. So to help them be a little bit more prepared and to save you from some of the chaos, we've already decided who's going to be on the pro side of the topic and who will be arguing in favor of the topic, and who will be on the con side of the topic. So the topic they're debating today is resolved. Policies aimed at ending de facto segregation in schools should focus on socioeconomic issues. So the team who is speaking first will actually be speaking against the resolution, so you can see how some of the confusion and chaos might play out. And that's the team behind me of Isabelle, Bauguess, and Maddie, Sawyer. Isabelle will be speaking first, Maddie will be speaking second, and the team speaking second in favor of the resolution is Madison, Wallace, and Sweeney, with Katie on the far end. She'll be speaking first, Madison will be speaking second. So what you'll see is a debater from each team will stand up and present their 4-minute case in favor of or against the resolution. After that 8-minute period where they each speak, then there's a 3-minute period called crossfire, where they ping pong back and forth asking each other questions. They sit down, Their partners then each give a 4-minute speech kind of showing the interaction of the arguments, the cases, and that's where you'll see a lot of clash between the ideas presented by the 4 ladies. That's followed by another one of the crossfire periods where the 2 young ladies who spoke will argue or answer questions, ask questions about the arguments presented, and then we get into a round of 2-minute speeches with another crossfire where all 4 of them chaotically get to talk to each other, followed by kind of a last 2-minute speech from each team talking about why they think they won. So I'm going to get out of the way and let you be dazzled by all 4 of these young ladies and their take on the topic.